Today, we're going to break down something you see all the time, but probably never really see. We're talking about what might just be the most famous, most clicked on, and most powerful button in the entire world.
I mean, think about it. You see it dozens, maybe even hundreds of times a week. It's just there, sitting below every video you watch, kind of silently waiting. It's so familiar that it's practically invisible to us now.
But have you ever just stopped for a second and really looked at it? To really get your head around the sheer amount of design and psychology that is packed into this one tiny little rectangle? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do right now. We're going to pull it apart piece by piece and show you how it really works its magic.
Okay, so first things first, let's look at its basic anatomy. To understand the whole thing, we've got to start with the parts. What makes this simple button tick on a fundamental level? This is section 1, the anatomy of a command. The first thing you see is the word itself, subscribe. And notice it's in all caps. It's a simple, direct verb. This isn't a gentle suggestion like follow or a casual invite like join. Nope, this is a clear, unmistakable command.
And if you think about the actual definition of the word, yeah, you're not paying with money, but subscribe still hints at a much deeper commitment. It suggests you're setting up an ongoing deal, a promise that you'll get regular content. It frames the click not as a one-off action, but as the very beginning of a relationship.
Okay, so beyond the word, you've got the color. Why that specific, bright, almost aggressive shade of red? In a digital world that's mostly blues and grays and whites, using this color is a very deliberate and incredibly powerful choice.
And here's where the psychology kicks in. Red is the color of stop signs, of warning lights, of emergency buttons. It hits a primal switch in our brains that just screams for attention. It creates this sense of urgency and importance, forcing your eye to lock onto it and think about taking action. It's designed so you literally can't miss it.
So we've got the word, and we've got the color. But how do these pieces actually work together on your mind? Well, that brings us to our second section. We're moving from design to decision-making. We're diving into the psychology of a click.
And this entire journey, it can happen in less than a second. Your brain just fires through this sequence. First, the red color makes you notice it. Then, the simple command makes you understand what it wants. If you liked the video, you feel a desire for more. And finally, the click is the action that satisfies that desire, closing this tiny little psychological loop. It's just incredibly efficient.
But clicking this button is way more than just a quick psychological reflex. It's also a social thing. It's an agreement. And this brings us to section 3, where we look at the relationship that gets formed by that one single click. We're calling it the creator's handshake.
Just think about it like this. Before you click, you're just a viewer. You're passive, you're anonymous, you're just passing through. But the second you click that button, you transform. You become a subscriber. Now you're an active participant, a known member of a community, someone who's now invested in this creator's journey, even if it's just in a small way.
At the end of the day, it's a two-way street, right? The creator gets validation, they get audience growth, and in return, you, the subscriber, get curated content and a sense of connection. It's kind of an unwritten rule. The creator commits to making more stuff, and the subscriber commits to paying attention. It's a really powerful value exchange.
But this handshake, this whole relationship, it has to survive in a crazy, noisy digital world. So there's one more critical piece to this whole puzzle. And this last part, it might be the most important one of all in today's internet. It's the attention gatekeeper.
And that gatekeeper is the bell. It might seem like a small, little secondary feature, but in today's attention economy, that little bell is everything. It's the difference between being a passive subscriber and being an active, engaged fan.
So here's why it acts as a gatekeeper. Without the bell, a subscription just means a video might show up in your feed if the algorithm decides to show it to you. But when you click the bell, the creator gets to send a direct notification straight to your device. For just a moment, they get to bypass the algorithm and talk directly to you. It's like they're knocking on your digital door.
Just think about a number like this. Let's say, just for the sake of argument, that notifications make a subscriber 95% more likely to watch a new video within the first 24 hours. Now, even as just an illustration, that shows you the incredible power of this tiny icon. It's the one thing that turns a casual subscription into consistent viewership, which is the absolute lifeblood for any creator.
So, it all brings us to this final question. After breaking down the command, the color, the psychology, and the gatekeeper, who is really in control when you click that button?
Are you making a conscious choice to support a creator you really like, or are you just responding to a perfectly engineered psychological trigger designed from the ground up to capture a split second of your attention? It's something to think about the next time your cursor hovers over it.